Hey everyone, welcome to Unlocking the World of Music Publishing. In this episode, I'm going to break down the basics of music rights and royalties and give you a quick overview of the different type of licenses that exist. I'll also talk about how to register your music with performance rights organizations and give you some tips on how to track your royalties. As a musician, it's important to understand how your music is being used and how you can earn money from those uses. There are two main types of rights to consider: the rights to the composition of a song and the rights to the recording of a song. Composition rights, also known as publishing rights, are controlled by the songwriter and the publisher. And these rights include the right to reproduce the song, distribute the song, and perform the song publicly. And royalties are earned every single time a composition is used, such as when a song is played on the radio or used in a movie. Now, your recording rights, also known as your master rights, are controlled by the recording artist and the record label. Now, these rights include the right to reproduce the recording, distribute it, and perform it publicly. Royalties are earned every time a recording is used, like when you stream a song on services like Spotify or YouTube. It's important to note that these rights and royalties can be further complicated by the use of samples or covers and the different types of licenses that exist for the different types of uses for your music. Legal rights and royalties refer to the legal ownership and distribution of earnings generated from a musical composition or recording. These rights are usually split up into two categories: as the composition rights and the master rights. Composition rights pertain to the actual musical composition, such as the lyrics or the melody. And the composition rights owners are typically the songwriters or the composers. And they're responsible for earning the mechanical royalties for the physical sales of the music and performance royalties for public performances of the song, such as those played on the radio or live events. Master rights refer to the actual recorded version of the musical composition. So the owner of the master rights are usually the artist, the producer, and the record label who recorded the music. They earn revenue through the sale of physical copies of the music like CDs and vinyls, as well as through digital downloads and streaming royalties. Collecting royalties can be a complex process involving several entities such as performance rights organizations, collection societies, and even other publishers. In order to ensure that artists receive all the royalties that they are owed, it is important to register your song with the relevant organization, keep accurate records, and work with a publishing administrator or a collection society. Mechanical licenses. These licenses grant the right to reproduce and distribute a composition in physical and digital formats such as CDs, digital downloads, and streaming services. Public performance licenses. These licenses grant the right to perform a composition in public, like at a concert or a broadcast or just any public place. Synchronization licenses. These licenses grant the right to synchronize a composition with a visual work, such as a TV show, movie, or a commercial. Print licenses. These licenses grant the right to print sheet music for a composition. Master use licenses. These licenses grant the right to use the sound recording of a composition, such as in a film, television show, or a video game. Grand rights licensing. These licenses grant you the right to use a musical work in its entirety, such as in a musical or an opera. Digital performance royalties. These royalties are paid out to copyright owners for the performance of their songs on digital platforms, such as streaming services. Public domain licenses. These licenses grant the right to use a composition or a sound recording that is no longer protected by copyright. Registering your music with a performance rights organization, or PRO, is an important step in collecting your performance royalties. PROs are organizations that collect the royalties on behalf of the songwriter and the publishers for the public performances of their music. In order to register your music with a PRO, you'll have to follow these steps. Join a PRO. Once you have chosen a PRO, you need to become a member. You can usually do this by filling out an online application and providing information about yourself and your music. Register your songs. After you become a member, you'll need to register your songs with the PRO. This involves providing information for each song, including the title, the lyrics, and the names of the songwriters and publishers involved with the song. Pay the necessary fees. There are some PROs that charge a one-time fee to register your songs, while there are others who charge an annual fee to maintain a membership. Monitor your royalty statements. PROs will send out royalty statements periodically to show you how much you have earned from the public performances of your music. You'll need to review these statements to make sure you're receiving the proper amount of royalties. By following these steps, you'll be all set to start collecting performance royalties from your music through PROs. Tracking your royalties is an important part of managing your music publishing. So here are some tips to help you stay on top of your royalties. Use software tools. There are many software tools available that can help you keep track of your royalties and keep track of your earnings. Some of these tools can also help you manage your publishing catalog and provide you with up-to-date information on the status of your royalties. Partner with a trusted administrator. You can also partner with a trusted publishing administrator who will handle the day-to-day task of tracking and collecting your royalties. Stay informed about the changes in the royalty structures. The music industry is constantly evolving and new revenue streams are emerging all the time. So it's important to pay attention to these changes and how they may affect your royalties. Join a performance rights organization. Joining a performance rights organization or a PRO like ascap, BMI, or sesac will help ensure that you're receiving all the royalties you're owed for the public performances of your songs. By following these tips, you will not only stay on top of your royalties, but you will ensure that you receive all of the income that you are owed for your music. So whether you're a seasoned musician or just starting out, this episode should give you a solid understanding of the world of music rights and royalties and help you navigate the complex landscape of music publishing a little bit better. As always, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments and I'll be sure to address them in future episodes. Thanks for watching, and until next time,